Hello and welcome once more to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Amata. Today is the 17th of March and this time I'm bringing you some news regarding Sony and the PlayStation division as well. We have some information regarding their breakdown of sales for last year. Now, I know you had the MPD figures and whatnot, but they don't tend to go into specifics, and we do know how many PS4 units they've sold globally, etc. This is the breakdown they've given as of today. And unsurprisingly, the PlayStation division is, well, still raking in a lot of money for Sony as well. For the third quarter, ending 31st December of last year, Sony's Game and Network Services, which PlayStation is home to, brought in a staggering 531.5 billion yen, which is about 2.9 billion pounds. And the Game and Network Services generated more revenue than any other Sony division during that same quarter. Now, this actually made a significant sales increase of 16.8% year on year, primarily due to the boost in PS4 sales. As for how many PS4s were sold during the quarter, it's not bad actually, 6.4 million, compared to in the previous quarter, the previous year, the same quarter, 4.5 million were sold, and of course we do know that they have sold 20.2 million units globally. Now, Sony was given a little bit of a helping hand in the form of exchange rates. Excuse me, I seem to have misplaced my mouth. But basically, that gave them a helping hand, as well as an increase in network services revenue, so like PlayStation Plus subscriptions and that sort of thing. Now, one thing to take consideration is the PS4 is doing really well, as we all know. But of course, that means the PS3 is not. So obviously the declining sales of the PS3 is having an impact on Sony's profits and whatnot. But they've obviously taken that into consideration when figuring out their targets and forecasts for the year. They're going to be like, well, people aren't going to be buying the PS3 anymore, so yeah. Now, with these high sales, operating income actually increased to £153 million. However, there was a 62 million write-down of Vita and PS TV components as well. Neither of those products are doing amazingly when it comes to sales. Now, they do benefit in terms of the comparison with the same quarter last year, however, where they recorded a 34 million write-off of PC games relating to Sony Online Entertainment, who of course they recently sold off. Now, they are forecasting 17.5 million PS4 and PS3 combined sales for the 2014 financial year, which actually ends at the end of March 2015. I know it's weird, but financial years are weird. Just don't ask, because I don't know. So that's actually up from their previous forecast, but not by much, because their previous forecast was 17 million. Now, they have a 3.5 million sales prediction for portables, and that does remain the same despite the fact that, well, PS Vita is not doing amazingly. They are expecting software sales of 420 million though, which is actually up from the previous forecast of 390 million. For Sony as a whole though, it was a pretty positive quarter. Sales were up 6.5% and operating income was up 104%. Now, despite all of that, they're still expecting to report a net loss, which would be its 6th in 7 years for the current financial year. So basically they're still trying to pull out of the little bit of decline they were in before the PS4 arrived to save the day. And now, of course, they have cut a lot of the fat away. Sorry, that was my phone going off there. Apparently I forgot to put it on silent, which is just amazing. But regardless of that, as I was saying, they have cut a lot of the fat. They've got rid of Sony Online Entertainment, which is a bit of a shame, as of course, you know, Planet Side of a Quest and whatnot. But there is that. They are kind of streamlining PS TV and considering getting rid of their mobile division and all of this. So basically, they're trying to, as per their new business strategy, which I detailed a while ago. I will link a video in the description if you missed it. Basically, where they just be focusing purely on PlayStation and getting rid of basically the lower end, that's kind of more costing them money than making them money. So yeah, basically this last financial year is still going to be in a minus basically, or very low, but the actual 2015 financial year is probably going to be better, but they're still obviously having financial problems. But they are showing major health and major growth, so I think Sony are definitely on the right track. They just need to keep it up to get out of the little hole they've dug themselves. Anyway, that is me done for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.